going on, guys? Boy Joey 672 coming to you guys everybody right now. So I want to talk about training camp today. After the preseason game on Thursday, got some injuries, got some other things to talk about, a new signing, and that we've already kind of went over, but not really a heavy workload day today. But I want to go over some of the news that happened today, so let's get straight to it. So Carson Wentz had a 50-50 day. Not great, not horrible, but let's go over some of the bad things that did happen with Carson Wentz today. You had a pass that was going to Deshaun Jackson today, deflected by Malcolm Jenkins, and another pass going to Deshaun Jackson, and Malcolm Jenkins actually picked it off. So two good plays by Malcolm Jenkins today. Threw a pick six to Nate Gary, and we all know that Nate Gary, the coaches are very high on him, and talking about his how smart he is when he's on the field. Carson Wentz overthrew Deshaun Jackson and Zach Ertz on another drive. So those are pretty much the bad things that did happen today with Carson Wentz. So let's go over some of the good things. Carson Wentz threw the ball to Zach Ertz. A couple 15-yard, 20-yard passes. Deshaun Jackson in the red zone for a touchdown. And then you pretty much had J.J. Arcega-Whiteside that leaped in the air to go grab a ball on the sideline, which was pretty damn good. Cody Kessler, the backup quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles right now, okay? He, is going to get a lot more reps now with Nate Sudfeld's broken wrist injury. So, so Cody Kessler is going to have a lot of time, and hopefully he looks a lot better next week. Was picked off by safety Jonathan Cyprin. Jonathan Cyprin is another guy that's a vet, 29 years old, and you know what? He thinks he finally found himself after coming off that ACL injury last year. Thinks he finally found himself, and with a great team, with a great group of guys. So I want to see more from him. So we'll see what happens with that. Cody Kessler had some pretty good chemistry with J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. Very good chemistry. Through some, had some great completions. Like Carson Wentz looked pretty good with him as well. But Cody Kessler's main target today was J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And J.J. looked very good. Caught a few first down catches. And that first ball that was thrown to him by Nate, that was like just a go route, and he like one-handed it, and he almost got that catch. And it would have been amazing if he did catch it, but he almost had it. And just the athleticism of J.J. Arcega-Whiteside is amazing. So Cody Kessler's got more reps now. So we're just going to see down the road in the coming week before this game next week. And, he knows that a lot is on his shoulders right now. Well, defensive end Derek Barnett is finally returned to training camp. He is back healthy and ready to go. Played with the team 11 on 11s and actually beat Jordan Mailata today one-on-one, which was pretty good. Very happy with Derek Barnett, and I didn't know when he was actually going to show up at practice, and today was the day. So full participant at practice, absolutely great, very excited. So I'm glad to have one of those guys back, especially at the defensive end. So Joshua Perkins, the tight end, will be most likely starting in this preseason game next week. Okay, I was actually a good fan of Joshua Perkins, but a couple years ago when we signed Richard Rodgers, it was the third tight end, and then drafting Dallas Goedert made him the second tight end. Richard Rodgers still dealing with injury, and Zach Ertz is likely not going to play next week. So Joshua Perkins, we're going to see what he's got next week, because I don't know with Richard Rodgers' injury if Perkins can get that roster spot, and throw him and throw Richard Rodgers on the PUP list or whatever. I don't know what's going to happen by that time, but Joshua Perkins is going to get his chance with the first team, so we'll see what happens with that. Defensive end Sharif Miller had a pass deflection on a screen pass. I want to see more from him, especially next week. Very important. He got some pressure and did some good things. It's only one game, so it's very hard to really, once these next games come up in the next couple of weeks, we're going to see if Sharif Miller is, going to be a very good rotational defensive end with the rest of the defensive ends that are in competition right now. So Sharif Miller still having a strong practice, a strong day, and I'm very excited to see what he brings to the table next game. Clayton Thornton, he was embarrassed. He was talked to today and said he was nervous during this game, and I guess maybe that is what it was, but I'm not going to put it past him that he's not the best quarterback either. but said that he's going to do better. And he actually got reps today and didn't really throw the ball at all. It was handing the ball off a million times. I don't know why he wasn't throwing the ball today, but I got to see a better job. You got to give these guys looks. They're receivers and tight ends trying to get roster spots, and all you're doing is you can't even throw the football at this point. I'm not saying he has to throw 50-yard bombs and for touchdowns, but I just want to see completions. I just want to see guys getting the ball in their hands and doing whatever they have to do to get more yards, and that's where you're gonna kind of see where these guys are. And if you don't have a quarterback that's throwing you the ball well, then you're not giving guys looks. You're ruining the chances of those guys, and you're ruining the chance for yourself. And Clayton Thorson better have a really good game next week, because I was very, very pissed off over that. I know I shouldn't expect too much from him, but come on now. The guy couldn't even throw a 10-yard pass. Jake Elliott missed a field goal today. I think he only missed one field goal today, but let me tell you something. This preseason game, he missed, a 40-yard field goal, and he makes a 53-yard field goal. I don't get it. He's good from far away. He's bad up close. This is really going to hurt if he really can't make these easy field goals. He really has to, I don't know. It's either he's got it or he doesn't have it, and it seems like this is what he, was doing last year. And he's got to be better with these kicks. Got to do better. I don't know if it was the snap or, I don't know. It could be the holding. It could be the ball was, I don't know. It could have been anything at this point, but Jake Elliott just has to do better. So the newly acquired defensive end, Eli Harold, was at practice today. He wears number 59, okay? This is a very exciting piece that we did trade Ryan Bates, the offensive tackle that was third on the depth chart, to the Buffalo Bills to acquire Eli Harold. So I want to see what this kid's got in the tank. Played outside linebacker for the 49ers till 2017. Then 2018, he was with the Lions, had 4 sacks. I think he has 8 or 9 sacks his whole career. Just want to see what he's got. And, this guy has a lot of starting experience. This guy, has made plays. So we're just going to have to find out. It's just more competition at defensive end for the 4th and 5th defensive end spots, and that's all that matters right now. So I want to go over the injuries. I have them written down here. I want to go over the injuries to the Philadelphia Eagles and kind of the update of what's going on. Blake Countess has a hamstring injury. I know he was hurt last game because he was down on the ground, so he's got a hamstring. So he's going to be hurt, so that opens another spot at the safety position like Jonathan Cyprian. It opens up more spots for guys to come in and play. Shelton Gibson has an ankle injury, still can't play, so I don't know what's going on with that. Probably going to be out another week. I don't doubt it. Dallas Goedert and Lane Johnson have injuries. That was the new thing that happened today, okay? Doug Pearson is not playing Dallas Goedert or Lane Johnson in preseason at all. They are done. He is just going to let them sit for the next few weeks, maybe practice here and there, but they're not going to do a damn thing in preseason. You will not see Dallas Goedert. You will not see Lane Johnson. So you'll see Jordan Mailata play at right tackle if he has to, which he most likely will. He needs the reps anyway. I want to see more of Jordan Mailata anyway. So Lane Johnson, Dallas Goedert not practicing. Doug just wants them ready for week 1, and that's it. Bubble wrap it. Another safety, DeAndre Hall, is dealing with a shoulder injury. So now you got 2 safeties in Blake Countess, DeAndre Hall dealing with injuries. So at this point, that's 2 safeties that aren't going to play, and more guys are going to get more reps. So I'm not upset about it, but it's just going to give more chances for other guys to do what they got to do. So most likely them 2 will not play. Hassan Ridgeway got a concussion, which I didn't even know. So it's good. He's probably going to miss one. He's probably going to miss with concussion protocol. He's probably going to miss 1 week. And then he'll be back for the dress rehearsal game against the Ravens. Nate Sudfeld has got the broken wrist. He's going to be out. Doug Pearson already talked about Nate Sudfeld and pretty much said that, there wasn't really he's not putting a timetable on. Some guys were saying 6 weeks, but Nate Sudfeld, all Doug cares about is that he's going to be back. It's not season ending, and that's it. And the undrafted wide receiver, DeAndre Tompkins, is dealing with a shoulder injury. Okay, so he probably will not be playing either next week. Who knows? DeAndre Tompkins, I think he was on kick returns in this preseason game. It was the punt returns or kick returns. I forgot. It might have been kick returns. I really wasn't impressed with his speed, unless he was being very hesitant or he was nervous while he was trying to run, or I don't know what it was. But being that deep threat at Penn State, I mean, I've seen the speed that he does have. Translated to the NFL, I don't know. That's what we were trying to see, the Thursday night, but it didn't look good. It really didn't. I didn't really see too much speed from him. I didn't see the set of wheels that he should have. Maybe nervousness, maybe just a bad day. I don't know, but I guess we'll see next week if he plays or he doesn't play. Doug Pearson was asked in his press conference, are we going to see more of Miles Sanders in preseason? Doug Pearson pretty much said, if you watch practice, this is a game. And I guess that, if Miles doesn't get his chance in preseason, I guess Doug is happy with these guys practicing, thinking practice is pretty much game-like. They do everything game-like at training camp. And you know what? It is what it is. Miles Sanders had, 3 reps? And the offensive line couldn't even block, upfield for a yard, okay? So he had, no chance. And Wendell Smallwood couldn't run the ball. Jordan Howard couldn't even run the ball. Nobody could even run the ball at this point. So I was kind of I guess his run game isn't going to do much today, because the Titans were running the ball on us, pretty good Thursday night. But it is what it is. Other than that, guys, that's really it. So not a really heavy day on, news, but important news for injuries and what's to come in the coming weeks. So you're going to see no starters play next week. I have a feeling that Carson Wentz is definitely not playing next week. I just don't see it happening. Carson Wentz is going to be bubble wrapped for another week, and all the other starters are not going to be in. Okay, Lane Johnson's not going to play. Zach Ertz is not going to play. Dallas Goedert is not going to play. So now you're going to get a lot of reps from Cody Kessler and Clayton Thornton. Probably they're going to split 2 quarters each, most likely. And it's going to be a lot of reps. And then Doug is going to, and the fans like us, we're going to really see what Cody Kessler has, especially getting more reps this week. And, and then coming to that game, it's going to be very important. So we'll see down the road what happens. But there's no panic mode with these injuries. There's no panic mode. I'm not worried about it. Everyone wants to sign a quarterback. Doug is not signing a quarterback right now. Maybe he's not signing one now because he wants to give these guys a chance, or he's very comfortable with Cody Kessler and what he could do. Okay. So just give it a chance. Give it a few weeks. Probably in another week, I'd say by the Ravens game, we're going to find out what's going on of that week in 2 weeks, and just see where what's going to go on with the quarterback play. And, if we need a backup, if Sudfeld could be back by week 3, it's not going to really be a big deal, because Carson Wentz should be balling out by then. I'm not even worried about it. But other than that, guys, that's really it. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think of these injuries and the guys that you're really looking forward to next week to really make a huge pounce in this game against the Jacksonville Jaguars. I will see you guys later. Shake Squad up. Fly, fly.